Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. The last video was pretty quick, so I figured I'd start the next one. It's time to do Mage, which according to some stats is the third best Arena class now, behind both Paladin and Rogue. I don't know about Rogue, but Paladin I think definitely is the number one. So here we have a choice between a really great kind of board control sort of card and this, which goes face. I'm going to take this because you can play it on turn 3, and it can also go for the face in some circumstances. Let's grab the breath. Bad removal is better than no removal at this point. I want to make sure I have it. 5/5 for 5. Bad buffs are better than no buffs, and this works on everything, not just mechs. So we'll take the raid leader here. Alright, I've heard North Sea Kraken. I don't know, it adds some reach to your deck and removal. It just seems awfully expensive, but I guess it's kind of like Force Tank Max in that, you know, I underrated it, but it's being a huge body is probably pretty relevant. Plus the other cards were junk, so let's take it. Freeze in a better body or burn. Let's go for the burn. It is a mage deck after all. I want to have some more removal options. Sheep, I think, works for mage. I don't like it still, but this just, I mean, this is just an overpriced abusive sergeant. Let's just go ahead and take the sheep. Take some card draw here, although these are both decent 4-drops. There's lots of good 4-drops. There's not as much card draw in the game, so I'm going to take the intellect. Speaking of good 4-drops, there's a Yeti, and there's that guy. Legendary! Ah, wow, this is interesting. So the Black Knight, oh god, I mean, it has the potential to be really great, but it's just, you know, I had it a couple of runs ago and really almost killed no taunts with it. I think this probably I wouldn't want, because it's, you know, it is removal. And you could probably kill at least 3 minions with it if the opponent doesn't have a destruction spell. But, I don't know, it just seems kind of dicey. Alexstrasza, you know, could be good if you haven't dealt much damage, but if you've already taken the opponent down, it's a little bit underwhelming. You know what? I don't know which of these is best. This is actually a really tough pick, so I'm going to do a cop-out and say this, because it's Grand Tournament card, so we'll just see. Alright, Fireball is really good. Much less likely than it has ever been. Same with Frostbolt, so it's good to see those cards. Polymorph, wow, well, there's just the parade of cards you don't expect to see anymore. Ah, Gadgets and Auctioneer. At the moment, I don't really have any synergy with it. Polymorph Boar, at the moment, I don't really have any particular synergy with that. I don't have any, like, spawning minions. I guess Flame Waker sort of synergizes with it. Do I go for this? You know, I've already got Arcane Intellect. Let's grab the Boar for some extra removal. Alright, I think Silence is important. While these other cards are sexy, I'm going to grab Silence. Spellslinger. Well, the Ogre, I need some more beef, so let's take the Ogre here. And let's take the Sector Knight, because it's a really great 5-drop. This is the growing spell damage guy. How greedy do I get? This is already 2 9-mana minions. I think it can't be right to take a third. So we'll take that guy. He's a good 4-drop. Good 4-drops win games. This thing. The Heckler is probably the best card here. I already have such a spike at 4 mana, though. How many are actual 4-drops? There's a Fireball and a Polymorph, so there's 1, 2, 3. There's really only 3. Spellbreaker's conditional. We'll take the Heckler. Just take the best card. Alright, let's take the Blood Knight, just to keep my curve a little bit lower. Do I have any dragons? Oh, I didn't take Alexstrasza. I have a Dragon's Breath, which does not have the dragon ability, so there's 0 dragons here. I don't think I want this guy. I'll take the Maiden. I need some 2-drops real bad. This is actually a case where I'm just going to take the worst card in the pack, because I really need things to play on turn 2. Like, I got a Frostbolt and a Sheep. That's 2 cards. I need to be able to play things. Alright. This is the best card here, however, I do need to make sure I have things to play early on. Spell damage is fine, and I'll play it in a pinch. Effigy is a cool card. Can I afford to play it? Yeah, it sucks I didn't take Mad Scientist earlier, though, but, well, what are you going to do? So I can take this for some more beef, but I'm going to take this because I really need to make sure that with my early game being as slow as it is, that I've got something to play early on. Alright, Arcane Explosion, I have enough removal here, I don't need this. We're going to take the Elemental because it's overpowered. Broken. Frost Nova, actually, I don't know, could be handy. I have so many 3s already. Let's try this, see if that actually is wrong. Alright, let's take a Mana Worm. I've passed on several. Let's take that one. And then Pint Size. Seems... Honestly, Pint Size isn't that great, but I just need things to be able to play on turn 2. I just have 1 Mana Worm, 3 really bad 2-drops, the Bloodsail Raider, the Pint Size, and then the Geomancer is a good 2-drop, but not on turn 2. I just need to make sure that I can survive the early games, because I've got a huge spike at 4 mana, so I can put a lot of really quality minions on the board once we get to turn 4. And then I've got, you know, Kraken and the Ice Howl, and, let's see, do I keep this 3-drop? No, I have so many 3-drops, I should just mulligan them and then increase my odds of getting 2 drops. Alright, well, we got 2 of, like, the 5 2-mana cards in the deck, so that was, I'd say, a pretty good mulligan. Effigy would have been a lot better with Mad Scientist, although of course I drew it here anyways. Maybe I should have taken Mad Scientist. I had no secrets at that point, but I probably should have... Like, it was such a weak pack anyway, I probably should have just kept myself open to it. Alright, this could be a problem. It could put things out of reach of my Frostbolt, and certainly out of my Blue Gold Warrior. Let's grab the Raider here. If he plays a 2-3, it will become a 2-4. I want to be able to run in with the Raider and Frostbolt it. Fairy Dragon becomes a 3-3, which is exactly everything I didn't want, because I can't target this thing. Shit. Alright, well, when you're losing, play a bunch of crap. Wow, Fairy Dragon was so perfect, because if it had been a 3-2, I could have Frostbolted. If it had been a 2-3, it would have become a 2-4, I could have hit it. The fact that it was untargetable 3-3 is just the worst thing ever. So that could definitely snowball this game into a loss. We'll see. He now has his choice of what to kill. I'm guessing he'll choose the Mana Worm. Wow, with that Blood Imp, it's so terrible because I can never kill it, so this Fairy Dragon might keep on growing and growing. Oh boy, he coined it out. Is that a bluff? I hope it gets buffed because I need to be able to kill this Fairy Dragon. Fuck! It's just one of those times when everything sucks. Alright, well, this is going to be a face game. What are my odds of actually pulling off a face win? Infinitesimal. But it's the only thing I have left for me here. This is just so bad with this Blood Imp into Fairy Dragon against my 2-power 2-drops. If I'd had like a single 3-power 2-drop, I would have been fine, but that just absolutely crushed my opening. Oh hey, I never saw any Flame Strikes or Blizzards. So I'm actually in a little bit of trouble here because I just don't have any mass removal. Okay, well, let's hedge my bets a little. Let's kill that. Hit him in the face. Hopefully the Elemental will take out a couple of creatures. Would have loved to play Effigy there as well for the Elemental, but can't have everything. God, I really needed Flame Strike to be able to have any chance in hell of winning this game. He's going to go face as well. Interesting. That... Well, let's see what he plays before I make any comments. Sends Demons. Should have drawn that before committing the Pint Size. So I know he has Demons in his hand now. Okay, well, let's play the Trog. And see, do I use a ping to do some damage, or do I just Frostbolt a minion away? I think Frostbolting away a minion makes more sense. Do I kill the Pint Size? What, he gets to play a 7-drop? Nah, let's just hit his face. So that Frostbolt, I mean, that wasn't a trivial choice. He could be at 10 health right now, which is obviously pretty significant. Because then I would have only needed 6 more damage for the Kraken to be the finishing blow. So maybe that was a mistake, but at the same time, it got rid of something that could have cleared some of my board out. Plays the Imp Gang Boss. Plays a second Void Caller. Okay. He has to start trading into my minions now, though, because I think I'm going to kill him before he kills me, unless he has something crazy. Well, what does he have? 3, 5, 7, 13 damage? He could easily kill me. Ah, he decides to take a little bit of a bet hedging move. Actually, he's not just hedging bets, he's really just clearing out some stuff. Alright, well, what that means is that he's only got 3, 6, 9, 11 damage, which isn't enough. Let's play her. Let's keep the board going. I did miss out on a chance to ping there, but I think that the loss of the ping is worth the extra minion for him to deal with. It's going to be a 4-drop. As long as it's not something janky like Jeeves, I actually have a decent chance. The problem is really that if he clears my board and is able to deal enough damage to me that he can kill me on turn 8, I'm going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so these guys are both frozen next turn, which is actually kind of nice. If I get a good 4-drop, that makes a huge difference. 5, 3. interesting, but it dies to this fairy dragon, so that was a pretty bad flip, I'd say. Still, though, I've got 5 damage here, which is not insignificant. He needs taunt or healing real bad. He has another Void Caller and a Panther, which is not of stealth. So these guys are frozen, which is really, really good for me. He has 3 plus 7. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. 3 plus 7 is 10 damage. This works, right? Because I just polymorph bore my own thing. Well, I'm glad about that draft choice. Okay, I think this person messed up. He had the huge card advantage. I think he should have just thrown his stuff at my water elemental the very first chance that he had and just killed it. Because he tried to race. And, you know, if you ever try to race with your opponent, just straight up like, they have minions, they hit your face, you have minions, you hit their face, and then you end up losing the game, what that means is that all the damage that you did amounted to nothing. It was all just like your minions sat there and did nothing, like is what essentially ended up happening retrospectively. So that means you made the wrong choice. Unless you were pretty confident that you were going to lose, and that was your only chance of, you know, winning. And so, you know, it ended up being a loss, but you made the right call because you had to give yourself that chance. But that wasn't the case for him. He was just completely crushing me. I think he just needed to trade, take the 2-for-1 loss, and then win with card advantage anyway. So I'm going to give that game to skill. Plus, I did have an extra turn. Because basically I had 5 damage on the table, plus a ping, take him down to 1 health. I was threatening to kill him the following turn anyway with a ping. Unless he could deal 9 damage, he was going to lose. The fact that his Voidwalkers were frozen was huge, because if they hadn't been frozen, I would have gone down to 4 health, and that's all he would have needed to kill me. Alright, we have a Geomancer here. I think I'm just going to play my Geomancer. It's scary now that Frost Shock and Earth Shock can kill this. But I think I'm pretty glad I saved the coin, because I'd much rather just coin into a 4-drop next turn than have this coined out and trade already and be doing nothing right now. And looking forward to playing just a raid later on the following turn. So with luck, I can trade that Geomancer for his. Alright, so the Mana Addict can be scary. Luckily, I'm the one with the coin, so it's definitely could be worse. And I'm actually going to play the Trog, because I'm not going to use hero ability anytime soon for this guy. So I might as well just play out, you know, the more vanilla card. You might say, "Boris, this isn't vanilla, it grows with spells," but like realistically, this is just a vanilla. Now, not always. When you play an Earth Elemental after it, it suddenly becomes very relevant. Cough, cough, no bitterness, cough. But as long as he doesn't have 2 random spells here to buff this up twice and trade, like 2 productive spells. I don't know what those would be, I guess. Feral Spirit and I don't know what productive non-removal spells Shaman have for 1 mana. Farsight into another spell. Farsight into Feral Spirit. There we go. That would be the worst. But I don't think he has gonna have that. This is, I mean, 3/5s are just great against Shamans because they're basic removal. They're Rock Biters, Lightning Bolts, even their Crackles without some luck don't kill them. And 5 health, you know, they have to kind of throw out a Hex to do it. It's just a bad time. Alright, so he did the right thing by hitting my face here, because I have to choose between killing the worm or killing the wolf. You know, the wolf, I know what it does, but the addict or the wolf, they each hit equally hard. This has more health and it can buff more, but the wolf provides some buffing, which, you know, could be bad. I'm gonna kill the wolf, could be a mistake easily, but we'll see what it does. Pine Size just seems dumb, so we'll play this other, essentially vanilla 3/5. I could have saved the wolf for the commando, but I don't want to play the commando next turn. I would rather play the Spectral Knight. So he really couldn't deal with the first 3/5. Now that he has an extra mana, can he deal with the second one? That's really the question. The answer is not exactly. That's a pretty weak card. I was going to Hex it? No, that makes no sense. Why would he Hex it? That would just grow this one. No, it makes sense because this thing has 3... Yeah, it has 3 health, so he could Lava Burst or Hex this one. Oh, wait a minute, that is definitely a Hex, 100%, because if it were Lava Burst, he could shoot it, Mana Addict would get buffed, and he could kill this, but because it's a Hex, I bet he pointed at it and realized he couldn't do it, because after Hexing this to make the Mana Addict grow, there would be a frog in the way. So he definitely, I am 100% on this, he has a Hex. I'm going to play the Commando. for the board presence. It's not as good as the Knight health-wise, but it kills the thing off. So let's do it. All right, so he's got a Hex and 3 other cards. I mean, how far do I take my sick read? Do I avoid playing a Boulder Fist Ogre? You know, do I take it that far? Probably not. Oh, this is actually a really good time for this minion. Because I ping the Fire Elemental, grow a spell damage, and then the Frostbolt actually kills it. Which is really, really nice. Just make sure you do it in the right order. So he's got a Hex and 3 other cards. I just hate to play an Ogre knowing it's going to get hexed. If I have reasonable alternatives, I will avoid playing this Ogre. Okay, hoping it hits the Pine Size. I actually get lucky and it does hit the Pine Size. Obviously it would have been... Obviously it's nice that I can just kill this back now. Alright, so this guy is going to die to the Infiltrator. I mean, this is a pretty reasonable alternative to that Ogre. I don't need to ping his face to grow more spell damage, so we'll just do this. He's got a Hex and 2 other cards. I can buff this with the Cleric and with the Raid Leader to hit 6, to have it be a 6/7, which is basically an Ogre that can't be hexed. So I think I made the right call. Alright, this is really good. Unless he gets a Taunt Totem, which he didn't, thank goodness. That would have actually been really awkward. I know, I would have been fine. I could have Mana Wurmed and played... And pinged the Taunt Totem, and then played both of these guys anyway. So yeah, we'll just do this. And, oh yeah, what am I talking about? The Raid Leader obviously would have let the Mana Worm kill it by itself. So we kill off his good thing. He's got a Hex and 2 other cards. I got this nice board. Lightning Storm could win him the game. He Lightning Storms, plays a good 6-drop. His other card is Hex. He gets my Ogre. Clearly this is not at all what he had. Alright, so I think that game I just won legitimately. The other game I won because my opponent messed up. I'm not sure what that Shaman could have done differently. I think he just didn't have a fast enough start. And then it was kind of like that one game I lost as the Warlock in the other video, where the opponent just played back-to-back Yetis and I couldn't deal with them. Here, it wasn't Yetis, it was 3 5s, not 4 5s, but he didn't have anything with 4 health, so it was basically just the same thing. Alright, we're up against a Mage, Slim Jim 1. The first of many Slim Jims, I'm sure. We got a 1-drop, which is not necessarily that impressive for this deck, because of course you can just then the Mana Worm dies. Do I keep the Trog? I have so many 4-drops here in this deck. I might as well mulligan that back, see if I can get something better. Well, I regret everything. I should have just kept it, because I had a Mana Worm turn 1, this turn 2, coin that guy on turn 3, and I'm likely to have gotten some more 4-drops by then. So I definitely screwed up. That could cost me the game. We'll see. Alright, well, she's not as good as the Trog, but she's alright. I will coin her out if I get nothing else. Ah, interesting. So do you ping hit with the worm here? If only I had like a good 3-drop to play. Yep. Much as I hate this, I'm gonna do it. So this is a rough spot. She's gonna play a 3-drop. I'm gonna respond with 2/6, which does not kill most 3-drops. And there it is. That's what I needed. So if she pings this, it still doesn't die to the Regent, and she gets a 1/1. True, but she's achieved pretty much nothing. So I would love to see her ping this. Actually, I'd much rather see that than like a Fireball. Or a good 4-drop of her own. Am I gonna Fireball that thing? I'm not jazzed about fireballing it. Fireball, and then I have a 3/2. Whatever, let's do this. She kills it with her 3/5, but then my Maiden kills this and still has 3 health left. Wow, that's not great. I did not do a good job convincing myself that was the right play at all. And a worm. Well, the worm is okay, I guess. So the sheep doesn't actually quite even kill this thing, unfortunately. I could pig it. Oh man, this isn't looking super great. I could still Fireball this thing. It's not too late, but nah, whatever. Let's just do this and this. And we'll just whack that worm down a little bit. I really hate how after hitting any of my minions, this guy has three health and doesn't die to sheep. Ouch, that's not good. Okay. It's a little bit dicey here. Probably should have just fireballed that thing when I had the chance. Let's see if she has a fireball herself. Or a polymorph to deal with this. I'm actually okay on cards. It's, you know, 6 to 6, but she has the play. But I have a bigger minion. No. That could be really bad. Does she have a way of dealing any damage? Ah, she's gonna go for the face. Nope, she's gonna hedge her bets. Okay. Sheep, everything has 3 health. This is just really unfortunate that sheep is so ineffective. I could play polymorph, sheep, and ping, but that still just kills the one thing. Ugh. Alright, well, let's kill that. This is what? 7, 9 damage? I go down to 11 health. I have no healing in my deck. But this will die at some point, won't it? Yeah, alright. Let's do this. Ping the Chow so that it's ready to die to the sheep. And give me some juicy health. I'm definitely behind here. Alright, so the defender goes away. Oh, she's actually just trading. Horn. Force tank max. Well, I can ping it once, and then on the following turn I can fireball to kill it. I can also polymorph it. Why wouldn't I do that? Yeah, let's do this. So, she's got a big advantage here, because we both have 4 cards, but she just gets to play first. I mean, and she has an extra mana too, so it's just not good for me. I have to be very lucky to win this top deck war. Alright, I can fireball this. Ah, damn it. It's not great. Flame Walker. Alright, well, let's see what this can do for me. I needed to hit the Yeti as much as possible. Alright, so it hit it once, which is kind of okay. The Yeti can run in. Obviously, I can ping the Yeti off to death. So I'd say that I dealt with what she gave me, unless she heals the Yeti. Or if that's an effigy, that would be kind of annoying. She played that pretty quick, so she seems pretty excited about it. Of course, someone could be excited about Mirror Entity here as well. This isn't good, because it kills my 3-2. Well, I go up a card here. 3, 6, 10. Yeah, I can play this, assuming, of course, that, Alright, do I dare give her a Heckler off a Mirror Entity? Wait a minute, what am I need to ping this thing. What am I doing? Yeah, I have to ping this. See if it's an effigy. Oh god. It's a duplicate. So she has a couple of Yetis. I guess I'd rather have that. I'd rather her have a couple of Yetis later than a 4-drop now. Yetis do trade with this Heckler. There's one. That's not good. Do I play the Kraken? It doesn't do that much except kill this. Water Elemental? So I could shoot this and Kraken it next turn. What's the advantage of that compared to just Krakening this right now? Probably nothing. So here comes the Kraken. So if she ends up running these 2 creatures into the Kraken, that was technically a 3-for-1, which is pretty good. But she still has 3 cards to play. She has she's gonna freeze it. I see. And hit me for 7 damage. Pretty smart play. She still has 9 minutes, so she gets to build her board and burn me out. That's most unfortunate. Oh no, she's not going. Oh, she's actually did a really good job hedging her bets. She did some damage. I have no Flame Strike. Flame Strike would win the game here, even accounting for the fact that it doesn't kill everything. Alright, well, we got a polymorph. And, do I ping it? Sure. So, she's got 6, 8 damage. I'm at 7 health, 6 health. I have to kill everything she plays. This doesn't kill anything. Without the help of a ping. But I do have a pretty good board. So, it's possible I can win this. She really needs to just hit my face, though. That's a good card. That, without any mass removal on my part, means I'm screwed because she just lets this grow until it kills me. Yeah, she played it right. The lack of damage on my side of the court was really bad. That's going to win the game because I don't have any taunt. We'll do that. That. Oh, I just lose, right? She hits me in the face, down to 5, down to 4, and then this kills me unless I get a taunt. If she has a damage, she can even kill me now. Okay, effigy, not helpful. Bonk. 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 If this were a fireball, I'd win. If I had dealt any damage to her at all game, I'd win. But I didn't, and it wasn't, so that's a loss. Damn, I just needed to get some damage through earlier in the game. It's really too bad. Of course, I could have fireballed her face with the fireball. I didn't have... What am I talking about? I already used my fireball, so it's kind of unreasonable for me to expect to have had it. But I could have used it on her face instead of the Violet Teacher, but that obviously would have been pretty dumb, and the Violet Teacher would have wreaked a lot of havoc. If I'd gotten a little bit luckier with that Flame Waker, I would have won, though. I basically split shots between her face and the Yeti, which is reasonable luck. But let's say I had been very lucky, it had hit the Yeti one extra time. The Yeti would have died, I would have had that 2-4. That would have made all the difference. Oh, too bad. Alright, we're up against Danville009. This is unfortunately not a card hand that you could ever keep. So, luckily I'm second, I get more mulligans. Hopefully I get something I can play. Dip? Nope. Okay. Well, this is sort of a start. If he just passes on turn 1 here, please. Okay, that's fine. So he passes on turn 1, and the other thing I need now is for him to play something with, well, does it really matter? No, 2 health. Let's go for 2 health here. Not a recruit. I need a 2 health minion. Not that one, though! Oh, you ass wagon. God darn it. Alright, well, yeah, so now we play the sheep, and it trades... Oh, wow, he played a Repentance. Okay, so I wasted his Repentance. That's cool, so I'm up a card. And the sheep trades with the bot. Then I can coin into 4 drops, because I got 2 of those, and be okay. Considering how slow my deck was, I probably should have just gone with Alexstrasza here, because that would have let me burn the opponents for a ton. Is this worth silencing? Given that I have no mass removal, I think that's just way too passive. So he does this and makes 2 recruits. Fine, make your 2 recruits. I'll kill your 3/3, ping a recruit, and play a 2/2. I think that's fine. Or even kill a 3/3 and play a 5/4 taunt. I'd much rather see him play 2 recruits than do anything else. I'm guessing that was just... okay, this is one of 3 things. Could just be a mistake. Could be he has a plan for dealing with this, which he clearly doesn't. Or it could be a Noble Sacrifice. Out of respect for Noble Sacrifice, I am actually just going to play Blue Glow Warrior, because I don't want this thing to live another turn. So let's run in, because if it's not Noble Sacrifice, I can ping it to death. It is a Noble Sacrifice. Alright. So now we can kill that. And I'm going to make a bit of a tech play here. Well, actually, which of these is the tech play? So I can ping a recruit, try to keep this thing alive, or I can play the Pine Size. He kills this, I play the Ogre on turn 5. But you know what? Turn 5, I can play my Booty Bait. So I have a decent play on turn 5 regardless. Might as well just keep this guy alive. Got an Ice Rage we're going over here. Ah, alright, so he does have the kill for it. And a Scientist. Well, he's already played 2 secrets, so how many secrets can he have? Spectre Knight's a great top deck, so let's drop that bad boy down. Well, because of the early game Repentance and my 3/5 getting to kill a couple of creatures, I'm up a card here. Do I go up another card? Well, the Tiger is good, but it doesn't quite turn on yet. Right on time. Wait a minute, should I play this? This is risky. Alright, let's do it. What's life if you don't take chances, right? This is really great against the tiger. And it doesn't die to the scientist, so maybe he's just out of juice. Playing a strategy of trying to keep my minions alive. Murloc Knight would really wreck my face off here. I guess I'd probably have to just silence it and leave it alone. Alright, it actually worked. And he's gonna get a secret? No, so he had the Repentance and the Noble Sacrifice. So he was pretty lucky, he drew both of his secrets in the top third of his deck. The Yeti is pretty good. It does kill the Spectral Knight. So I got a couple of options here. Yeah, let's just keep on doing what I'm doing, huh? Let's do this. Buff that up. Kill the Yeti. And let's silence these spiders. Stop that. Because, I mean, I can ping the spiders to death, but I have no mass removal. It might be annoying having to ping off spiders. Let's just go ahead and kill these things. This is like it kind of killed 2 1/1s out of the 4/3 for 4, which is pretty good. So I've been delaying the ogre a lot, but I feel like it's because I've had reasonable other things to do. Alright, he got a reversing switch as well, which means he gets to kill my Shattered Sun Cleric. But he's really low on cards. My hero ability counters his, and I get to play Boulder Fist Ogre next turn. Almost for sure. Oh man, he is going to be unhappy. Yeah. Let's see. I think this is fine. So we'll just do this. And trade. 4-drop for 3-drop. Got a Mana Worm, which is, you know, literally the worst thing I could have gotten. Do I ping this and do nothing? No, let's play the Ogre. So I let him keep a creature out that can be my undoing, but versus an Ogre, whatever buff he has is not likely to actually kill the Ogre. Ah, it's that thing. Oh, wow, well played. So he gets another 6-drop that's hopefully better. Jesus, that was pretty good. Alright, luckily Polymorph Boar is like a freaking ridiculous card because it's just an extra Polymorph. I do have to lose my Mana Worm to kill that, but that's fine. Do I Dragon's Breath this? That seems pretty stupid. Let's just play the Raid Leader. Okay, well, now he's down to top deck mode. I can counter his hero. I got a 7/4. It's going to be difficult for him to win. You know, if this were Alexstrasza, can you imagine? It's an 8/8 that hits him for 15, and then it's an 8/8. Like, this isn't terrible. You know, it's not awful. But I'd much rather have something that can actually hit his face right here. Fine. Let's play super slow here. So I have 9 damage on the table, plus another 10 is 19 damage. What? Oh, he's just being kooky. Clearly he just knows he's going to lose, and that's why he silenced this, to help me kill him faster. Alright, so let's ping that. Bonkety, schlonkety, clonkety doo. Alright, well, obviously if he hadn't silenced the thing, it would have taken me a couple extra, or like 1 extra turn to kill him, but it was a good game. Alright, got time for 1 or 2 more. So, first impressions, I'm gonna go with, you know, the public vote here. That Mage isn't quite as strong as Paladin. I mean, this is a really good Mage deck. You know, it's got Fireball, Polymorph, granted no Flame Strike, but considering that Murloc Knight is more likely, 25% more likely to appear than Flame Strike, because it's a TGT card and Flame Strike isn't, I think Paladin's just got the stronger bombs that can appear, that is more likely to appear. Arello the Hunter. Alright, we got a pretty good early game considering how bad this deck's early game is. We'll keep everything because if he has a slow start, like if he passes turn 1, I'd rather play the Raider and have a Spider tank the following turn, maybe with the Cleric. But if he plays a coin 3-2, I'd rather kill it with the Warrior. Now we actually have a 2-3-4 curve, so please pass the turn. Pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn, please! That's good enough. Okay. Do we see what cards they discard? No, we do not see what cards they discard, which I think is kind of bullshit, but whatever. We can go super slow with the sheep, but honestly, since I have like almost like a normal deck's fast curve here, might as well just hang on to the sheep for later as a 4-mana sort of bad consecration. That's kind of what it is, right? It's a consecration. This, ping it. It doesn't hit the face and it hits your own stuff, but if consecration is good, this has to be somewhat good, right? Okay, so I could ping this, but I think that's a mistake. I am exposing myself to Power Shot here, which would take him up a card. But I've got a pair of 3/2s now, and he's only coming up on turn 3. With a ping, I can kill almost any 3-drop. I feel like that's definitely worth it. And if he plays something here that doesn't force me to do a ping, I can just play this guy. Alright, so he's going to get to kill my 3/2 here. The thing is, he is taking some damage by doing that. I'm already dealt 6 damage to him. And I've got damage in the hand. I've got 4 damage in the hand, and of course my hero power, and the knowledge that there's a decent amount of good burn in this deck. So I feel like this is a really, really good start. Now, can he kill this somehow? Yeah, you could hit Power Shot to clear the board. But I think he would have used Power Shot last turn, wouldn't he? No, I guess he was saving the Power Shot, so he has a Power Shot on, or an Explosive Trap, I guess. Quick Shot, that's not actually good enough. I still have to keep my 3/2 and a Zombie Chow. Okay. Well, the Zombie Chow does survive the Stormpike Commando. So we're going to keep it simple here. Just going to run in, ping, and keep hitting. I mean, at this point, I'm happy to do 3 damage a turn. I think that's great. And I've got 2 damage now because I used the Blue Glow Warrior. Alright, this is kind of unfortunate because this plus this is only 5 damage. Alright, let's try the Maiden of the Lake. Get some damage through here. Definitely going for burn. I could definitely lose this if he clears the board and assembles a team of minions. And I don't top deck my Fireball in time. We have a Deadly Shot here for my 6 health minion. Otherwise, hunters have a tough time. Ah, he's got a 4/4. That's a little bit tricky. Oh, he's going to Steady Shot now to get that growing right away. Not necessarily a bad move. Alright, do I have to polymorph that? I think I have to polymorph it. I wish I could have played Effigy, but can't have everything that you want. Do I play the sheep? That seems a little bit foolhardy. I mean, he runs this in, kills the sheep, and it clears my guy out. At this point, I would rather just keep this around for 2 damage a turn than do antics with the sheep. Okay, so he's getting some really good card advantage here. I don't think I can stop this guy. I mean, I could commando, ping, and run my Maiden in to stop him. Spectral Knight, alright. Well, let's go for it. He's down to 10. If he kills a minion, which he really has to, I don't think he can afford to race me. And then I get a 4-drop or a 5-drop back. He's got a ton of cards. I do have a sheep, although... Well, at 9 mana I can do sheep, this, even if the Maiden's dead, and then Stormpike. So I can get through a fair amount of stuff. And he really has to kill everything or risk being burned. I have a Fireball in here that would be pretty good. Ice Howl is worthless. Kraken would be good for that 4 damage. Frostbolt from the champion is a pretty good find. It freezes this, so he doesn't have to kill it right now if he doesn't want to. But he's going to play it safe, which is pretty smart. I'm going to get a 4-drop. Hopefully it's a good one. He knows it's not Counterspell or Spellbender, but that's not much. He might be afraid of Mirror Entity here. He probably is just going to have to risk it, though. I could very easily lose this because I am falling behind on the board and on cards. So, the dogs, alright. 2/1/1s with charge isn't that great, I guess. Oh my god, he's going to give me a 5-drop off of Effigy. It's pretty good, unless it's something junky. Did he get this attack off in time? Hard to tell with his animations. Oh, he didn't get it off in time. This thing never attacked that turn. Okay, well that's pretty lucky. So, 16 health, I'm realistically not going to die. So let's just whackity. Definitely smackity. And then, clackety-do. He's not going to kill me unless something really crazy happens, so just flood the board with stuff. I got 3 damage in my back pocket. The other one's calling a taxi cab, and I'm hoping I get one more sort of damage here. Frostbolt wins, Fireball wins. Does he have more dogs? Probably. Yeah, he's got more dogs, so you can probably clear the board. The question is, will I have one more turn if he clears my board to find Frostbolt or Fireball after this next top deck? I might not. Well, actually I will, because I can do the sheep, can't I? I can sheep ping and clear the juggler and all these dogs. So I do have another turn. I can sheep ping. The problem with sheep ping is that I'm not pinging his face. So I get him down to 2 health, but then I don't have within ping's reach of a kill. Still, it's what I'll have to do, because otherwise I'm just going to lose, I think. I think him being a hunter, I'm going to be in trouble. So he keeps getting spells off this guy. But he can't play him. He's only got 2 mana left. Scavenging Hyena is cute, but it doesn't have taunt. Honestly, I won this because he didn't use his champion to kill my 5/4. Granted, it, you know, maybe that wouldn't have saved him. Because even if he'd done that, he wouldn't have had the spells coming in. But he would have had 5 more health. He still would have had the dogs and the juggler. Yeah, I think he needed to attack that turn. I mean, I'm not blaming him. That was a tough situation because he had to think a lot. It was a complicated situation. The effigy caught him totally off guard, and he just didn't click fast enough. So it's 42 minutes. I could definitely stop this here, but whatever. We're on a roll. Let's make this one a little longer than 45 as opposed to a little shorter. It's a good run. Even if I lose the next 2 games, I'll still call this run good. But I would like to make it to 7 with this deck. Alright, up against the top dog, Pablo. Pablo Picasso. I'd love to keep this guy, but unlike in the last time when I had him, I don't actually have anything to back him up. So we'll just have to hope that a good 4-drop comes back in later. Again, it's good to be second when you have a trash hand. You can mulligan more. Yeah, alright, well, my luck catches up to me a little bit here. I'm going to have to resort to coining this out on turn 2. Which means that I'm not using the coin to trigger it, and it's really just a vanilla 2/4 that I'm hoping to turn into a 3/5 the following turn. So I need him to pass on turn 1. If he plays anything on turn 1, I'm really, really in bad shape. Pass, 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 pass. Pass, 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 pass. Pretty please pass the turn. Okay. That's what I needed. Because now, well, I have a choice now. If he plays a 2/3, I'd probably coin this guy. If he plays a 3/2, I might just bluegill it. I mean, why not, right? I don't want to bluegill that. Pinging it's just a bit slow. Seal of Champions wrecks my face, but when you're behind, take risks. If he has Seal of Champions, he has Seal of Champions. But I think I needed to do this so I can get a creature out. If I just ping this, let him play a 3-drop, I'm in the same exact boat, except this will be standing up to a 3-drop instead of to a 1/1. It's just never gonna turn out good. All right, no Seal of Champions. Thank the merciful mavens. Now, obviously, I think there's really nothing other than this to do. Do I pop this? Nah, let's just kill the recruit. If I pop this, he still has 2 damage on the table. He still gets to kill this. It still sucks. So I might as well get rid of the extra thing. Now, obviously, if he Blessing of Kings is here or Seals of Champions is here, that's bad. But Seal of Champions, he would have played it last turn if he had it, so hopefully he doesn't have that. True Silver is really bad for me as well. True Silver kills this. Golem kills the thing. I have this nasty choice. I can either ping the golem and do something that dies to true silver, or I can play the elemental, which dies to true silver and the leftover golem. So the golem was pretty good, but I can't complain because there's definitely things he could have done that would have been much worse for me. True silver is a basic card that isn't from the grand tournament, but he has it! Fuck! Oh, well, that's pretty much the game. I can't do anything now. I can ping this and play a thing that dies to true silver and try to save the elemental for later, or I can play the elemental and have it die. So, which is it going to be? Let's try this. Fuck, I really needed him not to have true silver that time, but I did catch a break that things were going as well as they were. So now he kills this. He has full mana. He's got 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. I have to respond to his 5-drop with a Spectral Knight. Granted, Spectral Knight's a good card, but it's responding rather than pushing, rather than initiating, which is really, really rough for me. That move is amazing! Oh my god! Okay, don't play anything else. No, fuck you. Don't play anything else. No, you played your card for the turn. Fuck you! Ah! Okay, well, so what do we do here? I can go for the elemental, which is... No, I'm going to go for the knight. It would have been tempting to try to freeze the guy, and I would have played elemental if he hadn't played this, but the problem is if he plays elemental and has a death rattle after it, my elemental is going to just die, because this will get buffed, and plus true silver will kill my elemental. So I might as well have it kill the creature that costs more mana, so I can use my mana more efficiently, say, to play this and this on turn 6, which I could not have done with the Spectral Knight. Oh my god! That Undertaker was just the straw that broke the camel's back here. Okay, that's not the end of the world. At least I want to have him out on the field. Oh, I actually have a Blood Knight in this deck. That could win me the game if I top decked it. Then I ping this thing off. Come on. Nope, not a chance. Alright, so there's a couple things I could do here. I could silence this thing to get its damage back. But the thing is, why bother? I already have a good use for it. So let's do this, and let's play this thing. Now here you could true silver and use the Peacekeeper for it, but I like that a lot actually because first of all, it still kills the Peacekeeper, which is a big minion. And then, second of all, this thing will probably live, which means I can silence it and then swing for 4 surprise damage. Luckily, it doesn't have Divine Shield or anything. That would have been bad. Okay. Very good. Very good indeed. And what's he got for 7 mana? Because this is unfortunately all totally for free. Murloc Knight. Balls. Well, I need him to get a bad Murloc here. He got a bad Murloc. I really can't complain. Okay. So here we have not too much to do. We silence that off. So I can kill the Murloc Knight. And I'm more concerned about Recruit synergy than Murloc synergy, so we'll kill that. Of course, if he has a second Murloc Knight, then this will be annoying. But this is actually still bad for me because he's got 8 mana and 5 cards to play. If he had like 1 card, I'd feel pretty good here. But since he has 5, I'm in a lot of trouble. Effigy's pretty weak at the moment, unfortunately. Because remember, you can't trigger secrets on your own turn, so I can't just like throw this guy in something and trigger Effigy. Alright, I guess he's got an Elven Archer or something, or an Ironforged Rifleman. There's not much that Paladins do that only deals 1 damage. Yep. The only reason I'm not crying who plays Elven Archer is because I saw it coming. Alright, well, that was really kind of an unimpressive turn, honestly. I just don't have anything good. I don't have any of my good 4-drops here. I really need a good 4-drop, and I don't find it. Shit. You know, if I could have gotten a good 4-drop here, I would have been in pretty good shape. Sure. Let's use that. And let's play the Pine Size. It's honestly the least valuable minion of all these, because this charges and this one buffs my spells. There's still a chance, if he plays like a Force Tank Max here, I can polymorph it, ping it, kill the Recruit, and then hopefully have something to play, although that would be actually, well, that'd be 6 of my 9 mana, so I couldn't play a 4-drop. I'd have to play the Geomancer. But if he plays a couple of 4-drops, like a pair of 3/5s, then I'm in trouble. Oh, are you shitting me? This guy playing with 2 Elven Archers? Oh, for God's sake. That's just ridiculous. He goes up a card, which is actually pretty bad for me. I don't like that very much at all. I hate to play Effigy and just get a 2-drop with it. Man, my deck let me down. I have so many 4-drops. Just didn't get any of them. Okay, Blood Knight now is an extra good top deck card. Wouldn't mind top decking one of those. Not a chance. All right, well let's play this because it actually. What am I talking? This is okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like sound all resigned there. That was a really good top deck. It gives me exactly what I've been wanting this whole time. And I'm actually going to Effigy up here because now that means Effigy is like essentially another 4-drop. So he's got a lot of cards. He seems to have trouble having quality cards. Technically, we're looking at 5 to 5 cards. This might count as a 6th. He's going to check for Vaporize and Ice Armor. One problem with the Secret is he might be afraid of Mirror Entity now, so he might refrain from playing a big minion. Okay, checks for Mirror Entity, realizes it's not that. Plays a Peacekeeper. And, okay, again, here's where just Flame Strike would be so nice, to just be able to kill his shit. But there's no really reason for me to use Polymorph. Alright, that's a good top deck. And is that a good top deck? That actually is a good top deck. So I'm going to do that. Ping to kill that. Get rid of one of these recruits. And now if he kills this, I get a free 5-drop. Granted, there are some bad ones like Junkbot, but I mean, I could get like a, Pit Fighter. I could get a Fen Creeper, Sludge Belcher. I mean, it's actually kind of insane what I could get. Especially in the middle of his turn, it could screw up all of his combat math if he kills that thing. Effigy plus Stormpike is a pretty good arena synergy. And he is going to kill it. Effigy, I feel like the new secrets, well, not the Paladin one, but the new Hunter and the new Mage secrets, I think what I like about them is that they screw up the previous patterns for playing around secrets. Because it used to be pretty straightforward to play around the Hunter secrets, and really straightforward, not really, but somewhat straightforward to play around the Mage secrets too. But with Effigy, it screws things up a little bit more. It's like, do you hit the face? Well, maybe you need to kill the thing to trigger Effigy. It's got a healing card of some kind. What's really annoying is he hasn't played anything that's worth polymorphing. But what's good is that as long as I keep getting 3 5s, then I can deal with his mediocre stuff without having to use polymorph. Oh man, he's actually playing around Effigy. I'm gonna say well played. That was not an easy thing to do. So hopefully I don't get anything really shitty. That's pretty shitty. It's a 2-5. It's not good. Well, I mean 3-5 isn't that different. Okay, so here's my Ogre and my Trog. Alright, well, he needs like an Equality Consecrate here or a 3rd Peacekeeper to be in good shape. I did just have the 1 Silence, so I don't have any way of getting the Ogre back in tip-top shape. My health, I'm totally fine. I'm ahead on cards. If he plays anything really big, I got the Polymorph. And he does need something to deal with this Ogre. It's in kind of a tricky spot for what he actually needs. Well, I was gonna hit this thing with my Ogre, but with this, I think that's pretty fine for polymorphing. This is a total of 10 mana that he just spent to make this. And he cannot be happy about that. Do I play the Raid Leader here? Nah, I don't need to. Let's just hit him for a bunch of damage. Was Seal of Champions a mistake given that it buffed this? I think he probably messed up. I think he probably wouldn't have done that. If, although maybe, that's what the Divine Shield still kills both of these guys. No, it pops the shield, the Ogre then kills it. Yeah, he probably figured it was actually worth it. I don't think that was a mistake. Given how masterfully he played around Effigy, I think that, he did that intentionally. Like it was a calculated risk. I think this guy's a really good player, but I think he drafted a bad deck. That's Dr. Boris's analysis of this situation. I think that he would have been completely fine if he had drafted a little bit more beef. And the card quality he has is pretty good. It's just he just ran out of steam. He needed more 4-drops. Okay, do I have lethal? This is this guy's 4 damage. This is 2, so that's 6 damage here. 7. 7 plus 11 is this is enough. Alright, that was pretty good. So 5-1, can't complain. Hopefully it's not like that rogue run that went 5-1 in the first video. Ho-ho! We all remember that one. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like and or subscribe. And I'll see you again soon. Take care, everybody.